After last night's victory for the Los Angeles Chargers over the Philadelphia Eagles, the path to the 1 seed has never been clearer for the Green Bay Packers. Welcome to the Packers Report, everybody. My name is Joey Petersen. So happy to have you joining us today. Of course, I already mentioned Monday Night Football, Eagles, Chargers. We needed the Chargers to come up big time, and that they did. Or did Jalen Hurts just come up big time for the Green Bay Packers? And the fact that he threw 4 interceptions and had a fumble. Regardless, Los Angeles was victorious, and that's exactly what Green Bay needed to jump up to the number 2 seed. Officially lock that down, of course, after they took care of business on Sunday, beating the Chicago Bears. That game was massive for Green Bay. It now sets them up to still take control of their own destiny, not only in regards to winning the division, but staying right there in that number 2 seed, which they currently sit. They got a game and a half lead over the Philadelphia Eagles. They're only back half a game from the Los Angeles Rams. If you look at the wild card, Seahawks actually have a better record than the Packers do. But, of course, Los Angeles right now is the one who is leading in the NFC West. And then, of course, you got the 49ers and the Chicago Bears there at number 7. So when you look at the Packers' odds when it comes to the postseason for a multitude of different things, make the playoffs extremely high after last night, 95%. They're up to 68% to win the division. To grab that number 1 seed, what we're about to discuss a little bit further, 10% number 2 seed, where they are right now, big chances, 53% chance to stay put. And to go down to that number 3 seed right now is sitting at 5%. It's up to you, ladies and gentlemen. Do you want the Packers to grab the number 1 seed and get that bye in the first round of the playoffs? If you do, like the video. And if you don't, then I don't even know what you're doing watching this show. Kindly never, ever return. It's not going to be easy, though, just like we talked about a lot yesterday. You got a lot of really tough games ahead of you. 3 road games and 3 really good atmospheres against 2 really good teams on the road, and then Baltimore, who, if they can just get their act together with the talent they've got on that roster, they could beat anybody in the National Football League. But you got to go on the road against Denver, a team who's won 10 straight. You got to go on the road against Chicago, a team who just played you down to the wire in your home stadium. All in all, just keep winning. Just keep winning, baby. You're on a 4-game win streak. Why not keep it rolling? Feels like right now you are playing your best football. Winning takes care of everything. It takes care of the North. It takes care of locking down at least the number 2 seed. You went out, the worst you have it is the number 2 seed in the NFC. And then if you went out and the Rams do a little bit of losing to round out their season, then that's perfect. Their schedule isn't as daunting as Green Bay's is. The next 2 weeks are Week 15, they're against Detroit at home. Week 16, they travel to Lumen to take on the Seattle Seahawks. That one's going to be a massive, massive matchup for the NFC West title. And then they round it out with some easier opponents, a couple of teams that are probably going to be doing head coach searches in about a month from this time at the Falcons in Mercedes-Benz, and then they end the season at home against the Arizona Cardinals in Week 18. 2-2 is very doable. It's very realistic. I don't really see a world, and I get it, it's football. Anybody can win at any given moment. But with just how good this Rams team is playing right now, I don't see them losing any more than 2 games as they finish out the rest of this year. You just got to hope that either the Seahawks or mainly the Lions get the better of them, but we'll talk about that more in just a little bit. But going forward into Week 15, looking at what the common NFC teams have up for them. Bears against Cleveland at home. Eagles against Las Vegas at home. 2 easy wins to see right there. Lions on the road in Los Angeles. 49ers at home against Tennessee. Easy win should be for the Niners. And then the Seahawks will be at home against possibly Phillip Rivers in the Indianapolis Colts. We need a lot of upsets this week. Now, of course, at the top of the list, you need the Packers to beat the Broncos, but you also need some teams to work their magic as well. Would be awesome if the Browns came in clutch, beat the Bears. Be awesome if the Raiders came in clutch, did the unthinkable, and beat the Eagles, although beating the Eagles isn't necessarily unthinkable at the moment. Be awesome if the Lions beat the Rams. Maybe. We'll talk about that next. Titans beat the 49ers, and the Colts take down the Seahawks. You just want any team that's fighting for playoff positioning with you to lose. That's basically it. For the Lions, let's talk about their matchup this week with the Rams. They currently sit with a 6% chance to win the division. With a win on Sunday, that jumps up to 13. With a loss, that goes down to 3. Their playoff chances right now, 40%. With a win on Sunday, those go up to 61. And with a loss, those go down to 31. So the question is, do we want the Lions to lose and pretty much be out of it? Playoff contention, maybe not as much, but division contention? Or do we want the Rams to lose? Detroit, maybe have a little bit better odds for the division in the playoffs, but you got a chance to win to get in that number 1 seed. Who do you want to win? Let me know, LAR or DET in the comment section down below. Still to come, in depth on how the Packers lock down this division. Don't go anywhere. Do not move a muscle. We got a lot more numbers to throw at you, a lot more things to talk about on today's show. But I do have to talk about our awesome sponsor on today's video. That's our great friends over at Underdog. Football season's in full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. Let's cut to the chase. Download the app today and use promo code Packers Report to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, and more. Get your picks right, and you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. We got the college football playoff coming up, not this weekend, but the weekend after. Let's talk SEC teams. I got the lower on Ty Simpson, 235.5 pass yards against Oklahoma. Lower, Marcel Reed, 245.5 pass yards. Trinidad Shambliss, think he's going to have a great day against Tulane. Give me the higher than 277.5 passing yards. Download the app and use promo code Packers Report. Score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That is promo code Packers Report. Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 or older, 19 or older in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 or older in Colorado for some games, 21 or older in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia. And present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/playing-good-terms_DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369. So here's what's on deck for the Green Bay Packers. Right now, it feels like the division is a 2-team race between Green Bay and Chicago, but some crazy things could happen if Detroit wants to win it. At Denver, at Chicago, against Baltimore, and then at Minnesota. Really, really tough stretch down at the end of it, and let's talk about Chicago's schedule. They've got a tough stretch in their own right as well. Now, Week 15 against Cleveland, that's a little bit of a free win. That's an easy one. However, they end things up. Green Bay, San Francisco, Detroit. 3 teams that are most likely going to make the playoffs. Detroit, they don't have it easy down the stretch either. At Los Angeles, maybe a little bit easier, Week 16 and 17 against Pittsburgh, at Minnesota, and then they end their season at Chicago as well. So what Green Bay needs to do to lock down the division, you need to beat the Broncos, Packers do, then they need the Bears to lose to the Browns in Week 15. All that happens Sunday, and then Week 16, if you beat the Bears, division over, lock down, put a stamp on it. And hell, even if the Bears don't lose to the Browns, if you win your next 3 games, it's locked. It's over. That's the division. You just got to win your next 3. Does not matter what you do at the end of the year. Just beat Denver, beat Chicago, beat Baltimore. You could lose by 100 to Minnesota in Week 18. It wouldn't matter. Now, if you win your next 4 in Chicago, then you lock up. That's how Chicago does it. It's pretty simple for them as well. If they win this weekend against Cleveland, and then if they beat you, and then if they round out the rest of their games with 2 wins, they will take home the division. Detroit, it's not as easy. They have to win their last 4 games. Packers have to lose to the Broncos. Packers also have to lose to the Bears. And that's what's so great about where you are right now. You have your destiny. You have your playoff chances. You have everything you want in your own hands. You couldn't ask for anything more than that. 68% chance to win the NFC North. Not bad. 26 for the Bears, 6 for the Lions. Again, feels like a 2-team race, but you did yourself a big favor with winning that ball game on Sunday. Who do you think wins the division? Green Bay, Chicago, Detroit? You let me know down below in the comment section. We've asked you this before. Curious if you feel any differently today. Let me know your answer. Hopefully, see a lot of GBs. And hopefully, you guys follow me on social media. Make sure you get me at Twitter and Instagram. And again, make sure you subscribe to the channel.